welcome to the Guts to Critique. This is a special episode. We're doing our most anticipated movies of 2025.
Yes,
So
we each picked 5 movies coming out this year that we are most excited for.
Yes.
Forget the rest. We're not covering the rest. We're just picking 5 of our most anticipated releases of this year. So
that we will personally be watching.
Yes. My number 5 is Ballerina. This is the spin-off John Wick film that's coming out. John Wick is going to appear in it. It takes place between John Wick 3 and 4, and I think the trailer looks really, really cool, and I'm always down to get some more John Wick action, so that's my number 5.
I don't agree with my list because there was just not a lot for me this year. So my number 5 I'm not really excited for it. It's the live action How to Train Your Dragon. I'm very nervous about this because that's like, the cartoons are my childhood and I don't want them to ruin it. So I'm really nervous about it, but...
If I may add something to that, the teaser trailer they released a few weeks ago actually looked okay. It didn't look that bad. And then they released like a TV spot a few days ago, and it's like, oh no, what have you done? You ruined it.
They ruined some of the designs of the dragons. So I'm nervous. The dragons look good, it's just they changed the design, so I'm nervous about it.
My number 4 is a movie coming out in just a few months. It's called Novocaine. This is a small-scale action movie about a guy who can't feel pain, so he uses this power to go and save his girlfriend. And once again, the trailer just looked like so much fun, so that's number 4.
I almost made that my number 5, but it looks a little too gory for me, so I don't know if I'm going to watch it. My number 4 is The Accountant 2, another one I don't know if I really agree with, but I'm really nervous for it, but I'm also really excited about it. They're getting the original cast back, so that should at least be decent.
Yeah, I love the first Accountant.
It was amazing.
When I was putting my list together, I forgot about this one, but looking back, it might, I don't know if it would squeeze on there or not, but I am excited for that one too.
Yeah.
My number 3, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I loved Dead Reckoning from 2 years ago, and I'm just really excited to see how they conclude this.
Mission Impossible didn't make it onto my list because I don't know how I feel about that series anymore. I'm nervous about that. So my number 3 is Jurassic World Rebirth. Again, I'm not like super excited about it, but like out of the movies this year, it's number 3, and it has a good cast. I don't know what they can really do with this anymore. Like, I feel like they've done what needs to be done, and I don't know. But I'm interested. They've got my interest.
Jurassic World is actually my number 2 because it's being directed by Gareth Edwards, who did Godzilla 2014. He did Rogue One and The Creator from a few years ago. And I think those are all great movies, so I love his directing style. I think he's great. And so the fact that he gets to do a Jurassic Park film sounds awesome to me. And they're bringing back the writer from the original movie. I think his name is David Cope. So it seems like they're getting it back on track and that they're going in the right direction. So I'm really excited for this one.
My number 2 is Avatar 3, and I'm kind of rethinking this now. I think Avatar 3 should actually be number 4, and the other 2 should be moved up, but it's okay. Avatar 3. I was very disappointed with The Way of Water. Fire and Ash has piqued my interest, though, from what I've seen, and I'm just kind of excited to go back to Pandora. I'm a big fan of the first movie. The second movie, I liked most of it. I was just very disappointed.
I'm ready to close the Pandora box. I'm done with Avatar. I think those movies, they make way too much money. I think we've spoiled James Cameron rotten.
I do think James Cameron needs to kind of take a step back and be like, oh wait, this isn't what the fans want.
Like, I think Avatar, it's fine, but like that's it. Like, there's no reason to be spending like $500 million, whatever the heck they're spending, on just mediocre movies, and everyone goes to see them. And that's what's weird, is that like they're like meh movies, and everyone goes to see them. Like, imagine going to a restaurant to have dinner,
Oh gosh.
and then the next day you just don't talk about it. Like, everyone goes to this restaurant. Everyone goes to this restaurant, and the next day they don't talk about it at all. It's like it's as if you didn't even have dinner the other night. Like, you don't talk like, oh, the food was really good. It's like, no, you don't talk about it. And and then when they add another item to their menu, everyone goes back, and the next day no one talks about it again. Mind you, they add this item to the menu about like 10, 12 years after after they first opened. So, and now they're adding another item. What is this? 3 years after they added the last item?
Bad analogy.
It's the best analogy I can come up with. Like, that'd be a pretty sucky restaurant. So, like, why is everyone going back there? That's the compare. Like, why is everyone why does everyone want to go back to Pandora when they didn't enjoy it the first 2 times? Like, I don't get it. All right, my number 1, Predator: Badlands. So this is being directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who did Prey, which was the last Predator movie that came out. You're still laughing.
You went on a rant about a restaurant. Go on,
Well,
just keep going.
I'm
Just keep going.
So, I'll wait. My number 1 is Predator: Badlands. This is being directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who did the most recent Predator movie, Prey, and I thought that was a really cool Predator movie. So I'm really excited for him to come back and do another one. This is not a sequel to Prey. They said it actually takes place in the future, and there are rumors that it takes place from the perspective of the Predator. That hasn't been confirmed yet, but those are just rumors. And if that's true, then I'm even more excited for this, because that sounds awesome. But it's a Predator movie set at a different point in time, so, and it's from the same director, so I'm really excited for this one.
My number 1 is Thunderbolts.
I've never heard a more, like, underwhelmed, like, yeah, my number 1 is, like, it's this. Like,
So,
this is my most anticipated of the year.
I love Bucky Barnes. I love the Red Guardian. Yelena Belova she's decent.
You can just say Elena. No one knows her last name.
Yeah,
Except for
I don't
you,
know why I
probably.
always say her last name. Yelena. And then U.S. Agent I'm nervous about. And then Ghost. Is that her name, Ghost? I don't get why she's on the team, why they brought her back. But okay, let's see what happens. So, I like more than half of the characters.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, and it looks really fun.
You do the math, it's like half of them at least. The other half, like it's kind of hit or miss with them, but that's the way it's got to be, because this is my number 1 of the year. I'm most excited for this one.
What? Okay, so, and I almost made this Captain America 4, but that one makes me really nervous, and this one makes me less nervous. I just think this is a really fun group of characters, so that's why it's my most anticipated, because I'm kind of like, oh, okay, let's see what they do.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Thunderbolts. I think the team looks okay, but it kind of just looks like we're doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier characters and Black Widow characters.
And
then,
random Ant-Man character.
And then, oh yeah, Ghost is there too. But, it feels like we're forgetting some pretty obvious characters that you could do. Like, for example, Zemo seems like a really obvious pick to be here. Or, Abomination. I didn't like him at all in She-Hulk.
We don't talk about...
But,
No. We don't talk about that.
I'll accept that, shush. But, you could still bring him back and do something cool with him. Give this team a Hulk. That would be cool. So,
that would be cool.
It feels like this movie should have come out at the end of Phase 4. Because during Phase 4, we didn't have any team-up movies. So they should have released this, and the whole premise is, who are the Avengers? After Endgame, we don't know who our Avengers are. So we put together this team of, misfits and criminals to be our heroes. That'd be really cool and interesting.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. They waited till Phase 5, which we're, borderline Phase 6 right now. I don't know. They haven't really cleared up where we are in the timeline, but they waited way too long for this. I forgot that half these characters existed because they came out in shows from like 2-3 years ago, shows that I didn't even like. So,
I just had a thought. We haven't finished watching Agatha, but this movie was supposed to come out before Agatha came. It was supposed to come out like last year or 2 years ago, right? It was delayed.
It was delayed. I think
lot.
at least once.
Yeah. So, based on that, I feel like maybe Agatha even could have been an interesting character to throw in there, depending on what they do with her.
I wouldn't have. I don't know that I would have liked that idea, but it would have made giving her her own show more meaningful.
Yeah.
Because, like, they actually plan on bringing her back.
Yeah.
So, like, that would have helped.
Yeah.
Or, like, they even,
That's what I'm thinking.
they did Echo from last year, I think.
I would love to see
So, like,
Maya again.
Yeah, like, you could have put her on the team, and she's already, like, a pretty street-level character, so, like, you could have put her on.
I really like Maya. She's a good character.
Like, they released all these projects with all these spin-off characters, and it's like, just put them on the team.
Bring them back. If you're doing that, bring them back.
Yeah, so it's weird that we're doing our most anticipated movies, and we're like just kind of like
bashing.
We're really like just nervous. It's like, yeah, these are our most anticipated, but that's just because everything
Grain
else
of
coming
salt.
out is like not good.
It's like, here's number 5, grain of salt. Here's number 4, grain of salt.
It's like, yeah, take everything we're saying with just a boulder of salt.
A boulder.
But yeah, those are just our lists, and you can let us know what your lists are at our email. Hopefully your picks are more interesting than ours.
Yes, and if there are any movies that came out long ago, you want us to review those, we can. We can do legacy reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I can speak.
Yeah, let us know if there's any movies you want us to review. This year, we are dipping our toes into reviewing certain TV shows.
Yes.
So look out for our review of Skeleton Crew.
Yes, and
So we should mention we are really late with some of these because we both got sick, and January was just a slow month in general. Like there was no movies really coming out,
which would have been the perfect time to film all of these videos, but we were sick.
And we got sick, so this is happening a lot later than we'd like it to, but we're getting to it. We're getting to Skeleton Crew.
Yeah. So
it is happening.
Look out for that. We're also gonna be ranking the Marvel television shows.
Yes, we're ranking the different Marvel Disney Plus shows. We're gonna be ranking the Star Wars live action shows.
Yes.
So we're doing some.
We're doing some new stuff, and we're experimenting.
Yeah, you just be
we're
patient.
Growing.
Be patient.
Yeah. Okay. So. Thank you so much for watching.
Yep, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.